Hello, are you ready to add some stitching into the art journal today? My name is Kathleen Arola-Johnson and this is Creative Solace Studios. This project involves approximately 5 minutes and 5 art supplies. The supplies that we'll be using today are some fabric that happens to be on a sticker, contact paper. You could use regular fabric or scrapbook paper as an alternative. 1 or 2 photographs. I chose some self-photographs, selfies, and actually my dad took this one when I was young. And I thought that I was looking through my stash of supplies. They were left over from another project, and I thought they looked nice here to correspond with the abstract portrait with the non-dominant hand that we drew yesterday. Check out that lesson and the other lessons in this book. I'll put some links in the project in the video description. So supply number 1, fabric, 2 photos, 3 is the embroidery floss, 4, some beads, make sure they fit through your needle, and 5 is a charm or something special to hang from the end of the beads. What we will be doing today is concentrating on texture. It's fun to add different materials to an art page to make them textural and 3-dimensional. We're going to be starting from the bottom and stitching our way around the edge of the paper until the top. At the top is where I will string on some beads to let it hang off the side corner. I'm hoping that I can just poke the needle through this paper, and if not, I have my hole punch on standby to punch some holes. Let's see where this journey takes us with today's art lesson. I really like this fabric on the contact paper because it's quick and easy to use. This piece was also left over from another project and just happens to be the right size to leave a white border around this. When looking at the photos, I have someone's vehicle in the background that I want to cover up. So that's the first thing that I want to adjust is editing. And then I'll glue them on. You can also use double-sided tape, which is neater than dealing with the glue and being careful not to smear the glue on the front of photos. I have tied several knots in the bottom of this embroidery floss, and I am hoping I have a hard surface underneath here. I am hoping to just poke it through this white border. I'm using the bottom of the needle on here and pressing through. I'm not worried about the tail back here because I can cover that up with a collage later, but I am worried about my photos coming off. If these don't stick with a second layer of glue, I'm going to continue the stitching, and then afterwards I can pull out a stronger glue to adhere them on there. We are rounding up to just about our halfway time. So I have gone around the outside of the edge of the paper and kind kind of feeling in there just so I don't get too close to the edge because I don't want it to rip off. I want this to add a nice fiber border, in a sense, a pattern of a border. I am not measuring the stitches precisely with a ruler. I want it to look handmade, but yet as neat as I can. This one happens to go through the photograph, and it pushed through just fine. Another pretty edge for books is to do the same thing, but when you come up the top right here, pick up a bead and then put it on, and you have a nice beaded edge to the page. I am not going to do that today because I'm saving my beads for a little dangle at the top. I am going to go down through here because I think that will add some stability to that top. Now I'm picking up some beads, threading them down there. I purposely started with a smaller one up there because I didn't want it really bulky when it's close to the top. That was our 5 minutes, and we are very close to meeting that 5-minute timer. Let's pick up the last few beads here. And taking a look at, some of them are heavier than the others. I want to make sure that it still doesn't create too much bulk or heaviness over here. And then the charm. I do not know if I can go through this bead. No, it's going to be too tight. You could go through that bead to secure it, but I am tying a knot in between the charm and the last bead. And I'll tie 1 or 2 more knots to secure it to finish up this quick and easy, approximately 5-minute art lesson. I hope that you are having an awesome day and that every day you look at the world through artistic eyes and creative mind and find something that you can create or appreciate that someone else has created in the world around you, and the beauty that the act of creation all brings. Thank you for joining me today. Please like and subscribe to Creative Solace Studios. Thank you.